Previously, on the Battalion's 2017 FDIC Experience series, we met with the members from the Snyder Fire Department, located in Amherst, New York, as they arrived in Indianapolis, Indiana. We received instruction on professionalism as a volunteer firefighter from Commissioner Tom Merrill.
In a professional direction.
We learned about semi-tractor trailer and bus extrication from renowned FDIC instructor Randy Schmitz.
Which is our children.
We toured the expo floor and checked in with some of the exhibitors as they set up their booths, and looked in on a HOT forcible entry training class. Just a few of the many classes provided at FDIC.
The rear. Am I going to stop and say, oh, I don't have a saw, so I'm just going to leave it alone? No, I'm going to work.
It's Thursday morning, and we're back in downtown Indianapolis. Commissioner Tom Merrill and Lieutenant Michael Bastido finish up a quick breakfast, then walk the short distance to FDIC Expo Hall.
Another glorious day in Indianapolis.
People gather in the halls and filter into the auditorium. Mike and Tom look for seats.
Uniform members of the audience, attention.
Quick, mark!
Firefighting is a violent intellectual and physical contest between a non-thinking lethal phenomena and humanity. Firefighters that can think better and adapt tactically faster will win. The American firefighter today is the highest caliber we have ever had in our history. They're educated, inspired, they display endless initiative, they're attentive, cheerfully susceptible to discipline. Led well, they will endure extreme hardship, go through hell and high water to complete their duties. Fine tools, advanced equipment, the latest innovations, novelties, gadgets, combined with comprehensive knowledge of everything there is to know about the nature of combustible materials are of little or no value. The American Fire Service has a reputation as the most skilled, energetic, educated fire service in the world. That esteemed place, however, is not our birthright. Every generation of American firefighters needs to do their part so that we can hold on to that place as the most emulated and admired fire service in the world, with real people, real problems, in real time against real threats. As such, perfection is always our goal, tactically and operationally, knowing full well it'll never be attained. It is the relentless pursuit of perfection that we continue to pursue, and not that unattainable perfection itself. But for those of us that have skin in the game, We recognize that's the indomitable character of that individual firefighter, like Ricky Lasky, that therein we find excellence. The American firefighter today is regarded by citizens around the world as the most highly thought of, trained, passionate, and dutiful professional in the planet. We are second to none. The American firefighter today, however, must go beyond that norm to be the most highly skilled in history. We willingly sacrifice to be better. We're inspired by the most elegant role models, such as the men and women in this room today: Angie Hughes, Ricky Lasky, Johnny Salka, Gavin Horn. Today, we produce endless initiative. We are attentive to our communities, and we're among some of the most self-disciplined persons on the face of the planet. The challenges that the American firefighters are involved with today involve some of the most complex technological and human systems of all times. The interaction between those systems require that firefighters never let down our guard nor allow our assumptions about the world to guide our actions. That is why this endless quest for new knowledge and the deepening of our known knowledge through study, drill, and training is needed to ensure that that supreme level of skill is there every time it's needed. That skill in excellence, in character, it's not only expected of each and every one of you, it's demanded. And we do it joyfully. To reach that demanding character requires discipline. From the very first contact till that last day of your retirement. We go forward from here today promoting that excellence. As we gather here, we recognize that we all have personal shortcomings, but we refuse to accept them. Today, we go forward in this continuous endeavor to be second to none, to be the best, the leaders in the world, the bravest in the world. You know, the great, unfortunately, British thinker, Herbert Spencer, said, the great aim of education is not knowledge, it's action. You but have to look at this front row to understand that. Billy Goldfeder, Mike Dugan, Eddie Buchanan, A.J. Heitman, Dave McGrath. It's action, not knowledge. We go forward from here today willingly enduring extreme hardship, cheerfully enduring extreme hardship, willing to go through hell and high water, devoted to the relentless effort to be worthy enough to be allowed to stand in this room together and be acknowledged as an American firefighter. Now let's get to it.
At Cosmos USA, our philosophy is simple. Draw on the input and experience of professional firefighters to develop the best fitting, highest quality, high performance personal protective footwear available. It's these materials, processes, and technologies that gives us the edge. Find out more about the most comfortable and best fitting boots in the world at cosmosusa.com.
For years, you know Rick from his tremendous body of work on the national and global level, for his contagious love of the job. But what you don't know about Rick is his role as a mentor, coach, and friend to many of us in the fire service. Rick took a personal interest in me, a young lieutenant, and coached me to write my very first article for fire engineering. He didn't have to do that. Rick adopted me, and he has been my personal mentor and friend to me for nearly 20 years. This year's FDIC Lifetime Achievement Award winner, ladies and gentlemen, the great Chief Ricky Lasky.
If you're one of those people that never had the opportunity to meet Tom Brennan, I sure wish you did. If you did, it would last for you for the rest of your life, as it did me. Tom always had time for anyone he met. He always had time to visit, share, and spend time with those he loved the most, firefighters. But if you did have that opportunity to visit with him, just for a moment, there would have been three things you would have taken away from Chief Brennan, as I did, and it would have lasted with you forever. Number one was training. Chief Brennan was all about training. Come to this conference is all about training. Number two from Tom would be mentor. Mentor, train, share with everybody, make a difference. And number three, and most important, family. We're all about family. The people in your lives, your mentors, your family that have made a difference. And in closing, to everyone here, thank you for what you do. Thank you for making a difference each and every day, and thank you for your passion, your absolute passion for the most incredible profession, whether you're a volunteer career, it's the same thing, firefighter. Thank you for what you do. God bless you, and be safe. Thank you.
He's a firefighter, he's an EMS guy, he's a PhD, he's today's keynote speaker, our dear friend, as we like to call him, Dr. Mike McAvoy.
I don't know about you, but I'm worried. We have some problems. PTSD, depression, alcoholism, drug use, suicide. Just this year, in the Journal of Psychiatric Research, there was a startling research study on firefighters, PTSD, and suicidal thoughts. It found a third of firefighters have post-traumatic stress disorder, which is 2 to 3 times higher than the civilian population.
Commissioner Bugby waits for his class to commence, while Commissioner Merrill reviews his talking points before going on air on Fire Engineering Radio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Fire Engineering Blog Talk Radio. I'm Tom Merrill, live from FDIC, walking around the floor. You run into the absolute legends of the fire service from all over the world. The Alan Brunacini, the Rick Lasky, the John Salka, the John Norman, and that's just absolutely phenomenal. And one night, when you're out and about, going from restaurant back to your hotel, whatever, we often stop and network with each other, and they're there too, to meet and talk just like they're a common person. In our eyes, they're the legends. We look up to them. In their eyes, they're no better than you or I. That's the beauty of FDIC. That's what we love about FDIC.
Because I want us to take on, using real-life scenarios, I want us to take on what are we going to do? What are we going to say? And I'm not going to focus on our policies and grievance processes and the legal system or any of that. I want us to recognize that in the U.S. right now, I would say more than we have experienced in my lifetime since the 60s, an uptick of both racism and sexism. And I'm not here to say, I'm not here to blame the fire service. We're simply a microcosm of the U.S. society. So why would we expect the fire service to be isolated from the impacts of that? And I'm not here to blame us individually at all. But I am here to say we each have a responsibility and we each have a sphere of influence to do something about it. So we don't have a whole slew of bigots in the fire service, but we have some. We do have some. And it doesn't take more than one in a company or one in a department to really make life miserable in that department. But I'm not here to focus on what we're going to do about that tiny number of bigots that we have in our departments. The real problem that I see is that 95% of us good people being silent.
When life and property are on the line, look to the standard-setting performance of Key Combat Ready attack hose, the industry's first choice for kink-resistant, low-friction loss, burn-through protection, and handling. Our Combat Ready hose lines have high flow capabilities and more GPMs. Designed for low-pressure, high-volume nozzles, safe to be used by one firefighter. Key Fire Hose. Are you combat ready? Learn more at keyhose.com. Back at Expo Hall, we catch up with Commissioner Bert Bugby as he chats with Doug Bonney from Key Fire Hose.
You guys have any high rises?
Yeah, we've got a few. We got one 6-story, most everything, 5-story, and most everything is like 3-story, and then resident.
Yeah. You know, with what it does, and the kink resistance that it has, it's pretty lightweight for what it accomplishes.
Okay.
One of the best things about it is because of the water velocity, there's a target velocity between like 18 and 20 feet per second, where those types of nozzles that you're using at 185 gallons a minute just perform really well. It helps from everything from getting kinks out of the hose to reach on your stream and all of that. But because that velocity is right where it's supposed to be, it doesn't give you as much nozzle reaction as you would have in a hose that had a higher friction loss. Okay, so it's just your ideal hose for low pressure, high gallonage.
Mark Burchard of Cosmos USA shows their durable line of boots to prospective clients.
Any type of tech rescue, it would be a good boot for that also, because it does have the steel toe and steel plate. So.
All right, and your most popular selling boot is still the Vulcan?
Yes, the Vulcan is still the #1 boot. You know, our high-end boot that everybody, it's really taking off. Honestly, this boot we've got major departments around the country that are using it more and more. It's by far our best-selling boot.
You could email me a list of those departments. I'd appreciate it.
Bert chats with the SVI sales rep. The Snyder Fire Department has an SVI rescue rig, and they're looking to purchase a new one.
Everything we do is custom. We can have you out and build special mounts for you with all the tools you mentioned. We can help you figure out how to fit it in the truck. Here we just have a electric reel, air reel. You can see where we have our command light remote here in this bottom compartment. Here's another example of the custom fabrication we do. Same with the airbag storage. It's all custom down to the measurements you guys have. I don't know if you have airbags. Airbag storage. Ours
are up and down instead of flat.
Yeah. This obviously has air bottle storage in the fender area. The whole body's 3/16 aluminum, which we use thicker aluminum in the competition.
Okay.
And we have plywood storage here, which we can custom make to however many pieces of plywood you're going to use. Drip pan for weather. Just collects all the up where you are, probably all what they use on the road, salt and everything. So collect all the salt and snow and water, and then they'll drain out of these tubes.
We'll have everything mapped out or planned out and measured, you know, what compartment's going to be what. And pretty much just, you know, when it gets delivered, we can just transfer and not a lot of hassles.
Yeah. And that's the business we're in. We're trying to get the most tools we can get into the body that we can.
Follow Lieutenant Bastido as he checks out various booths on the expo floor.
Because I have 2 signals on me. Yeah, so like I said, we're still in development, so this is a 3D printed model, but there will be RFID tracker in that, so that's pinned into your gear, so that stays in your gear. So the next part is, like I said, we don't need internet, but when the truck is in the haul, it has Wi-Fi connected, but when it leaves, it's complete standalone.
SVI Trucks is a 4th generation, family-owned, Colorado-based company that specializes in building custom emergency vehicles and has for over 50 years. SVI Trucks has produced over 1,000 emergency service vehicles that are saving lives every day all over the world. SVI Trucks has gained a rock-solid reputation for innovative designs and superior quality. To find out more, go to www.svitrucks.com.
Hi, Mike.
How you doing?
I'm Mark Bouchard.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Just want to stop by and say thank you for the wear trial. We really appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to test the boots out, and I hope that once you get them on and get to try them out, that'll satisfy your needs.
Yep. Yeah, we've been trying them out. So we're waiting to get some feedback from everyone and see what they think. And we always try new stuff out and see what works better than what we have now, and different choices to go with. So, show good for you guys this week.
Yeah, it's been really good. I mean, busier than it's been in the past couple of years. From our point of view, from what we've seen, today is a little bit slower, but it's been I think, usually with the family days on Saturday, if it's raining, they're not going to be driving, 2 hours in the rain to get over here. But it's been a really, really busy show this year. I'm impressed.
Night's fallen. Most attendees get out on the town and knock back a few cold ones. Next time on the Battalion's 2017 FDIC Experience, we take you into Lucas Oil Stadium, the home of the Colts, for the annual 9/11 stair climb. We'll follow Lieutenant Michael Bastido as he climbs for a fallen brother.